So, most business owners I work with are amazing at sales. That is not the problem. The core problem is they do not know how to predict their cash flow, so they stay busy and still feel stressed. Hey everyone, Tom Jones here from P6 Biz Builders. Quick question for everybody. What kind of business do you run? Or even what kind of business maybe you're thinking about running? If you want, message me later. I'd love to hear it. If not, just think of it in your head because this presentation will still fit for you. Today we are talking about something I wish more business owners learned about way earlier. How to spot profit problems before they punch you in the face. Because let's be honest, profit problems do not show up like a warning sign on a highway. They end up showing like this. You're busy, you're booked, you're working nonstop, but for some reason your bank account is hectic broke. Have any of you ever been in that situation? Like you're doing everything right and you're still feeling behind. And then one day you get that moment where you're like, wait, where is all this money going? I got all these sales, where's all this money going? If you have ever said that, you are in the right place today. Let me paint the picture. You know, when you're hanging out with your friends and someone goes, business is going so good right now, we are slammed. And then everybody is like, yeah, let us go. Let's go. But then later, privately, they tell you, bro, I'm stressed. I feel like I cannot breathe. Payroll is coming up again, and I don't know how I'm going to pay for it. That is a profit/cash flow problem, not a sales problem, a profit or cash flow problem. And it happens all the time to good business owners, and it's just something they have to worry about. And they haven't done it. Especially in the construction and service businesses where it's like money comes in chunks, jobs overlap, materials jump in price. One delay messes everything up and you're constantly running. So today I'm going to give you key questions you can ask that will expose profit issues early, not when it is too late, not when it is already painful. Here's what it's in for you today. You're going to get 8 key questions you can use right away to spot profit issues early before they turn into panic. So you can stop guessing at night, stop getting surprised by payroll, and start making decisions with more control. Now, before we start, I have a quick favor to ask. Grab a pen and paper because I'm going to give you a few simple tweaks and these 8 questions that you can write down and use right away. I want you to be able to leave with items you can use, not just the, yeah, that was nice type of presentation. Now, I've got a disclaimer here. Today is for general education only. This is not tax, legal, or accounting advice. Every business and every family is different. So talk to your own advisor before you make decisions. And if you do not have an advisor, direct message me and we will set up a time to talk. Here's the one thing that most people/business owners don't want to hear. Revenue does not mean you are winning. Because you can do 100K in sales and you can still feel broke. Has that ever happened to you before? Because I've seen it. You're doing bigger jobs, you've got more work, more employees, but somehow you're still thinking about your bank account at 2 a.m. like, okay, if this client pays Friday and that invoice clears Monday, we got President's Day on Monday, so we can delay it till Tuesday, we are good. Sorry, people, that's not freedom. That's anxiety with a logo. So let's get into it. Let's start talking about how we can fix that. Question 1, am I more profitable or just more tired? This is the first one because it is the most common trap. Like your business grows and people clap for you, but then you look at your life and it is like you work longer, you deal with more problems, you have more stress, you have less family time, you're still not taking much take-home paid. So ask yourself, am I making more money or am I just running faster? Because I will tell you right now, being busy is not a flex. It's not that flex. I'm busy if the profit is not growing. You want that profit to grow and cash flow. Question 2, if I had to guess my profit margin right now, would I be guessing or could I tell you it right up front? This one is spicy but fair. Most owners do not know their profit margins. They're usually like, yeah, I think we're doing okay, or we should be fine. We're making all our sales goals. But profit margin is not, I think. It is math. So here's the simplest way I explain it. For every $10,000 you bring in, how much do you actually keep? And I'm not talking about what is sitting in the business account before the bills hit. I mean, what is left after you pay for labor, subcontractors, materials, overhead, trucks, insurance, fuel, all of that stuff. So you got $10,000, subtract all those other costs. What do you have left? If you do not know that number, you're basically driving at night with no headlights on. You're looking in that rearview mirror all the time. You're not looking forward ahead through the windshield. Question number 3, is my pricing actually making sense or am I just hoping it works out? This is where a lot of people get burned. You price a job, and you're like, yeah, that should be good. And you're doing that based on your gut feeling and based on what you've done in the past. But halfway through, reality hits. The job took longer, or we couldn't even get to the job on time like we wanted to, which affects your labor. Also, the material costs changed, tariffs, whatever else. The client made changes and you didn't take into account any change orders. You didn't send any change orders. You get there and the scope of the job ends up actually being different and your crew needed extra hours. Something else got delayed, one of your material shipments, subcontractor couldn't get it. And now you're like, okay, I guess I'm doing this job for free. So ask, is my pricing solid or am I gambling? Because some businesses, believe it or not, are just one underpriced job away from cash flow crisis, staying in business or going under because of one bad job, because they saw that sales number at the top and they didn't know their pricing. Question 4, do I know where my money goes every month or am I scared to look? Listen, I get it. Sometimes it's easier just to keep moving. I have this to do, that to do. I can't stop and look at that. I got to keep going. It's just like the jobs. You can't fix it if you don't look at it. So ask yourself, what are my top 5 expenses every month? And be honest. Is it payroll? Is it subcontractors? Is it materials? Is it equipment payments, overhead, marketing, or is it admin and software? List out your top 5. And yes, I had in there equipment payments. If you've got loans out there, that's one of your top 5 payments. And then the real question, when you look at those top 5, are those costs helping me grow profit or just helping me stay busy? Because bottom line, in business, you're going to have to spend money. Spending is not bad, but spending with no plan is dangerous. Question 5, what if next month was slower? Would I panic? This question is the one that separates stable businesses from stressful ones, because I've seen this happen. You have a great month, you feel good, you can breathe a little, I got some money in the bank, and then the next month is quiet. Why was it quiet? You don't know why. Maybe back to that pricing thing where we talked about a job ends up being late and you couldn't get the sales out. So all of a sudden the next month is quiet. And immediately your nervous system is like, we're done. We're broke. This is the end. If that is you, your business is not stable yet. And again, I'm not saying that to judge you. I'm saying that so you can fix it. Get your advisors and fix it. So ask, can my business handle a slower month without everything falling apart? If the answer is no, you do not need more hustle. You need a better structure. You need a better plan. Back to some of my past Facebook Lives. What you measure, you can manage. Same thing. Set up that better structure. It sets up all your measuring tools so you can manage it. So if a slower month hits, you're ready for it. Question 6, which jobs actually make money and which jobs just look good on paper? This is so common in trades and service businesses. Some jobs feel like a win because they're big. They see that big sales number and they think, oh, we're going to do great. Look at that sales number. Again, they don't take into account their pricing or their material costs and all of that. And taking into account that there could be delays. Again, they sound impressive. You tell your friends, yeah, we just landed a $60K job. And they're like, damn, you're crushing it. But then you are the one who knows the truth. The job ate up your life. You dealt with issues daily. And profit-wise, didn't do us so well. So ask, which jobs are actually profitable and which jobs are draining me and my team? Because big does not always mean good. Sometimes the smaller jobs make you more profit with less drama. Reason why? Bigger jobs, bigger problems. Smaller jobs maybe don't have quite as many problems, and your crew can get through the job, get it done, clean, you're on to the next one. And you make more profit because there's no issues. Question 7, we're already up to question 7. Am I paying myself like a real business owner or am I last on the list? Let us talk about the part nobody wants to admit. A lot of owners pay everyone else first. The crew gets paid. The subcontractors get paid. The suppliers get paid. What does the owner do? Okay, I guess I'll take what's left. This is how you stay stuck forever. So ask yourself, is the business designed to pay me or am I just surviving monthly? Because if you're doing all this work and you're still stressing about your own bills, something has to change. Something has to change. Okay, we're up to question 8. Last of my 8 questions. If I took 2 weeks off, what would break? This one is real because profit problems show up in systems too. If everything depends on you, you're the estimator, you're the project manager, you're the follow-up person, you're the invoice department, you're the problem solver, you're the HR department. Great, you may feel like you're saving money, but that just means the business is not designed to run smoothly. Because if you're gone for those 2 weeks, what happens to all those items that you do? And when the business is not designed to run smoothly, it actually costs more than it should. It doesn't sound like it because you think you're hiring more people and it costs more, but bottom line, if you're doing all that stuff and you're gone, it's going to end up costing you even more. So ask yourselves again, what would fall apart if I stepped away? That is where your profit is hiding. If you know where within your systems everything would go to chaos if you were gone, that's what you need to fix to help with your profit. So I'm just going to do a quick recap. If you want to spot profit problems, and again, / cash flow problems, early ask, am I more profitable or just tired? What is my profit margin? My real profit margin? Does my pricing actually make sense? Do I know where my money goes month? Would a slower month wreck me? Which jobs make profit versus drain me? Am I paying myself first or am I paying myself last? And again, the last one, what breaks if I take time off? Now I'm going to just do a quick overview of a tool that I have. It's a 13-week cash flow forecast. You update it weekly and it flows out for the next 3 months and you can stop guessing. So I'm just going to show you a quick little demonstration here on the board. So what's going to happen is you're going to start with your cash on hand right now. That's the first thing you're going to need. The next thing you're going to need is we'll just go with accounts receivable, your AR, and when you think you'll get paid on that AR, so you can extrapolate it out. And then not only that, just cash sales. When you think you have what dates you're going to have cash sales. The third thing you're going to need to accumulate so you can do all this is your accounts payable, your AP, when they're due, within the AP, and then you're also going to have to know when your monthly operating expenses hit the bank account. So again, you're going to start with cash on hand. You're going to take your AR and your AP and your monthly operating expenses, which includes payroll, how much you're going to have payroll. So that's where we start. So what ends up happening is you're going to enter in all that information. So you're going to start with that beginning cash. And each of the 13 weeks, you're going to have a balance. So we're going to start here. And after week 1, after you do all your estimating and everything else, so you put it in a spreadsheet and then it will extrapolate it out so you can actually see the 13 weeks in a nice screen. And it'll show you where your low weeks are. It'll show you where your high weeks are and so on, or where you're just middle. So what it does, you have an idea going forward. Do I need to get on people for receivables a little bit earlier in this time because we have a low week? Do I need to not pay some payables? But it allows you to manage your cash flow and your profits. So it will help you when all that comes up. So you can stop guessing. Like I said, just remember, you start with the beginning cash on hand, your cash expected to come in, invoices, cash sales, and the cash that goes out. But the thing is, you have to take the time to do this. After you do it the first time, you can update this weekly in 10 minutes because you're going to know exactly how it flows. You're going to see those tight weeks and you can make moves early. You can, like I said, you can try to speed up collections, or you may be able to push off a few payables. And then now you can plan around payroll because you know exactly, hey, I got a $10,000 payroll on weeks 3, 6, and 9. And you can plan for it. Because again, most cash stress is not about sales. It's about timing. When you do that 13-week cash flow spreadsheet that I'll give it to you free if you just direct message me, that gives you the timing. So that gives you time to plan. What you measure, you can manage. If this hits home and you're still thinking, Tom, I get it, but I do not know what my cash looks like in that next month. Here's what I'll do for you. I would love for you to book a free 30-minute proactive cash flow and profit strategy session with me. So we can get you clear on what your cash looks like and get a plan in place. We could even go through the 13-week forecast together. I'll be putting a link in the comment section. Use that link, book your 30-minute call, or even just send me a direct message on my Facebook profile or my LinkedIn profile, and I'll send you the booking link. Again, I also have that 13-week cash flow template that helps you stop guessing and you can see what is coming. Send me a direct message and tell me you want the cash flow template, and I will send you the details. One more thing. We started a new YouTube channel for P6 Biz Builders. I'm going to add that link in the comments as well. Please subscribe so you can get the short trainings and updates as we post them. I'll put the link in the comment section for you when we're all done here. One last thing. This may not apply to you, although hopefully you've got some information out of this. But do you know of any other businesses or individuals who could use this type of help or could use our services? Please share this video with them. Have them direct message me or share the link to book a free 30-minute proactive cash flow and profit strategy session so I can help them. I want to help people because in the end, the goal is simple. Less surprises, more control, way calmer cash flow, and increased profits. Again, thank you for watching today. And please direct message me with any of those items. And hopefully you found something helpful today. Thank you.